Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine and well. Today I will take another numerical question based on the capital adjustment. In this capital adjustment, we will see that how much the new partner brings in his capital, and this will be calculated on the basis of the capital of the old partners. Let's see the numerical question. If you want, you can take a screenshot of it. L, M and N were partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. Their balance sheet as at 31st March 2018 was as follows. Creditors rupees 1,68,000, general reserves 42,000, capital account of all the three partners are given. L rupees 1,20,000, M rupees 80,000, N rupees 40,000. Let's pass on to the other side. Bank 34,000, debtors 46,000, stock rupees 2,20,000, investment 60,000, furniture 20,000, machinery rupees 70,000. On the above date, O was admitted as a new partner, and it was decided that point number 1, the new profit sharing ratio will be 2:1:1. Point number 2, goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 1,80,000 and O brought his share of goodwill premium in cash. Point number 3, the market value of investment was rupees 36,000. Machinery will be reduced to rupees 58,000. Point number next, a creditors of rupees 6,000 was not likely to claim the amount and hence was to be written off. Point number 6 and last, O will bring proportionate capital so as to give him 1/6 share in the profit of the firm. Prepare a revaluation account, partners capital account and the balance sheet of the new firm. Now we will see that how the revaluation account is prepared. Now see, for preparing the revaluation account, we will see only the additional information. Refer to the additional information for preparing the revaluation account. See the first point. The new profit sharing ratio will be 2:1:1. Point number 2 is about the goodwill. That is, goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 1,80,000 and O brought his share of goodwill premium in cash. So this will also not be recorded in the revaluation account. This transaction will find the place in the partners capital account. Let's pass on to point number 3. The market value of investment was rupees 36,000. Let's see the old value of investment given in the balance sheet. The old value given in the balance sheet is rupees 60,000. Now what it has said in point number 3, the market value of investment was rupees 36,000. This is the new value. It means that the value of investment has reduced, and it has reduced to an extent of rupees 24,000. You know very well that whenever the value of the assets decreases, that has to be posted on the debit side. So here we will write by name to investment account, and it has reduced by rupees 24,000. So we have recorded here as rupees 24,000. Now let's pass on to the next transaction. The next transaction is machinery will be reduced to rupees 58,000. Now let's see what is the old value given in the old balance sheet. The value of the machinery given in the old balance sheet is rupees 70,000. Now in the additional information, as it has said that the new value of the machinery is rupees 58,000. So it means that the value of machinery has also reduced to an extent of rupees 12,000. Now, if it has reduced, it has to be recorded on the debit side, machinery account, and here you have to write as rupees 12,000. So we have recorded about the machinery also. Let's pass on to the next point. Point number 5th, a creditor of rupees 6,000 was not likely to claim the amount and hence was to be written off. Now see, in the old balance sheet there was creditors of rupees 1,68,000. Out of this, one creditor of rupees 6,000, he is not likely to claim that amount. So it means that the value of the creditors is reduced, and you know very well that whenever the value of liability decreases, that has to be posted on the credit side of the revaluation account. Now we will write on the credit side as by creditors account, and it has reduced with rupees 6,000. We have recorded the information relating to the creditors. Now we will pass on to the next point, point number 6. O will bring proportionate capital so as to give him 1/6 share in the profit of the firm. This transaction will find the place in the partner's capital account. So there is nothing more to be recorded in the revaluation account. So what we will do? We will close the revaluation account. At the time of the closure, we see that the total of the debit side is more. So it means that there is a debit balance. Now there is a loss, and this loss has to be transferred to the partner's capital account. By loss transferred to partner's capital account. Who are the old partners? L, M and N. So in their capital account, these losses will be transferred. Now let's total the amount of the debit side. It is 36,000. The same figure will be written on the credit side. See, what is the amount on the credit side given? It is only 6,000. If you subtract it, the amount balance left is rupees 30,000. This is the loss from the revaluation, and this loss has to be shared by L, M and N in their old profit sharing ratio. So what is the old profit sharing ratio? The old profit sharing ratio is 3:2:1. Now we will find that how much L will be 30,000 into 3/6. 6 and the 6 5 is 30. So the first partner will bear rupees 15,000. The second partner will bear 2/6. The second partner will bear rupees 10,000, and N will bear rupees 5,000. So you have to write the amount in front of these partners. 15,000, M का सामने में 10,000 and N के सामने में 5,000. If you total all this figure, you will get rupees 30,000. So we have a prepared revaluation account. If you want, you can take a screenshot of it. Now students, we will pass on to the partner's capital account. The very first item that will be recorded in the partner's capital account is the opening capital of the old partners, which is given in the old balance sheet. Now let's write by balance brought down. L capital given in the old balance sheet was rupees 1,20,000. So we have recorded it here. M's capital was also given there as rupees 80,000 and N's capital was also given in the old balance sheet as rupees 40,000. No information relating to the O is given in the old balance sheet as because he is the new partner, and we will have to calculate the capital of the new partner. This capital will be calculated on the basis of the capital of the old partners after the adjustment. Now, we will write the remaining things in the partners capital account. The very first thing after this that has to be recorded is, we have already prepared the revaluation account, and from the revaluation account we came to know that there was a loss, and now such losses will have to be recorded in the old partners capital account. Now that loss will have to be recorded on the debit side, as because at that moment the general entry that was appeared was L's capital account, M's capital account, N's capital account to revaluation account. In this general entry, L's capital, M's capital and N's capital was debited. So in L's, M and N's capital account, it will be recorded on the debit side. What you will write? We will write down here as to revaluation account. L was to be a rupees 15,000, M was to be a rupees 10,000 and N was to be a rupees 5,000. So we have recorded such a loss which we have noted in the revaluation account. Now we will see that what are the other items that has to be recorded in the partners capital account. So for that purpose, let's refer to the old balance sheet. See, on the old balance sheet there is one item given as general reserves. These general reserves will have to be distributed among the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio before giving the admission to the new partner. See, what is the amount of the general reserves given in the question? It is rupees 42,000. So this rupees 42,000 will have to be distributed between the old partners, that are L, M and N. So what is their old profit sharing ratio? The old profit sharing ratio was 3:2:1. So in this ratio the amount will be distributed. What is the amount of general reserves? It is rupees 42,000. Now first we will calculate of L. So 42,000 into 3/6. That will be 6 on the 6, 6 7s are 42. So it will be rupees 21,000. Let's talk about M. M will also get from 42,000 into 2/6, 7,000. 7 2s are 14,000. And N will also get from 42,000 1/6. So he will get rupees 7,000. So record here as rupees 7,000. Now see, L will get rupees 21,000, M will get rupees 14,000 and N will get rupees 7,000 out of the amount of the general reserves, which is rupees 42,000. Now this amount has to be recorded on the credit side of the partners capital account, and that will be written as by general reserves account. First partner will get rupees 21,000, the second partner will get rupees 14,000 and the third partner will get rupees 7,000. Now let's pass on to the asset side. Let's see if there is any old goodwill given. If there is any such old goodwill given, what we will have to do is we will have to write off such old goodwill. But here in this question, no such old goodwill is given. Now let's pass on to the additional information. Let's see point number 2. Goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 1,80,000 and O brought his share of goodwill premium in cash. See here, in this case, here the goodwill is given of the entire firm. You have to calculate the goodwill of the new partners. So what is the name of the new partner? It is O. We will calculate O's share of goodwill. O's share of goodwill. The goodwill of the entire firm given is rupees 1,80,000. What is the share in profit of O? It is 1 by 6. So multiply it with 1 by 6. 6 ones are 6. 6 threes are 18. 0, 0, 0, 0. So it is rupees 30,000. So we can say that O's share of goodwill is rupees 30,000, which he is bringing in cash. Now when he brings his share of goodwill in cash, at that moment we pass the journal entry as cash account debit to premium for goodwill account. Now this amount of premium which is brought in by the new partner will be distributed among the sacrificing partners in their sacrificing ratio. What will be the general entry? The general entry will be premium for goodwill account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. Now here we will have to calculate the sacrificing ratio. Now what is the formula to calculate the sacrificing ratio? Sacrificing ratio is equals to old share minus new share. Now let's write down here as the old ratio. L, M and N, they were sharing in the ratio of 3:2:1, and the new profit sharing ratio of L, M and N, O is equals to 2:1:1. Now first let's calculate of L. What is the old share of L? It is 3 by 6 minus new share of L. It is 2 by 6. LCM is 6. 3 minus 2 is equals to 1 by 6. Now let's talk about M. It is 2 by 6 minus 2 by 6 is equals to 6. 2 minus 2 is equals to 0 by 6. Let's talk about N. N, old share in the profit was 1 by 6 minus new share in the profit is 1 by 6. So here 1 minus 1 is equals to 0 by 6. So it means that only L has sacrificed, because the sacrificing ratio of L, M and N is 1:0:0. So it means that only L has sacrificed, and the amount of the premium which has been brought by O will be taken by or will be given to only L. Now what will be the general entry? The general entry will be premium for goodwill account debit to L's capital account. See, in this general entry, L's capital account has been credited. So on the credit side of the partner's capital account, you have to write here as by premium for goodwill account. L will get rupees 30,000. M will not get anything and will also not get anything. Now we have to calculate the amount of capital which will be brought in by the new partner O, and this amount will be calculated on the basis of the old partner's capital. Now we will see the capital account of L, M and N. Now first what you have to do is you will have to total this figure. The total of this figure is 0,171. It is 1,71,000. Now the same figure has to be written here, and it will be rupees 1,71,000. Subtract rupees 15,000 out of this 1,71,000. If you subtract 15,000, then it will be 651. It will be 1,56,000. So it means that in L's capital account, the balancing figure is rupees 1,56,000. This 1,56,000 will be recorded on the debit side. Now let's talk about M. What is the total of N's capital of the credit side, it is rupees 94,000. The same amount has to be recorded here as rupees 94,000. You have to subtract rupees 10,000, then the balance left is rupees 84,000. Now let's talk about N's capital. The total of the credit side of N's capital is rupees 47,000. The same figure has to be recorded here as rupees 47,000. If you subtract rupees 5,000, that will be rupees 42,000. Now what you have to do in order to calculate O's proportionate capital, you have to add the balancing figure of the capital account of L, M and N. Now let's total 1,56,000 from L, from M it is rupees 84,000 and that of N it is rupees 42,000. Total all these three figure 12 to 1 balance, 5, 10, 18, 8, 1 balance, it is rupees 2,82,000 is the combined capital of L, M and N. This combined capital is for 5/6 share in the profit. How we can say that it is for 5/6 share in the profit? As because O got 1/6 share in the profit. What is the balance left then? It is 5/6. So it means that 2,82,000 rupees, which is the combined capital, is for 5/6 share in the profit. Now we will find out the capital of the entire firm. So into reciprocal this figure, it will be 6/5. 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25, 32, 5 6 are 30, 5 4s are 20, 0 0. So if you multiply these two figures, 0 0, 6 4s are 24, 2 balance 36, 38, 8, 3 balance 30, 33. It is 3,38,400. This 3,38,400 is the capital of the entire firm. Now we can easily find out the capital of O which he will have to bring for his share in the profit. Now how you will calculate? It will be 3,38,400 into 1/6, because 1/6 is his share in the profit. So 6 ones are 6, 6 5s are 30, 6 6s are 36, 2 balance 24, 6 4s are 24, 0 0. So it is rupees 56,400. So it means that O will have to bring rupees 56,400 as his capital, and O brings his share capital in cash. At that moment, the general entry will be cash account debit to O's capital account. See, in this general entry, O's capital account has been credited. So you have to write on the credit side as by account, and he brings to an extent of rupees 56,400. Write down the same figure here as rupees 56,400. Now the same figure has to be recorded here as rupees 56,400. The total of this will also be 56,400. Dear students, if you want, you can take a screenshot of it. We have completed partners capital account. Now students, we will very first record the capital account of the partners. So here you have to write down as the capital account. The capital of all the three partners, of all the four partners will be recorded here. The first partner's capital, which was shown here, was rupees 1,56,000. आपको याद होगा जब हम लोग पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट बनाए थे तो उस समय जो बैलेंसिंग फिगर था वो था 1,56,000. M का था 84,000, that of N's was 42,000 and that of O's was 56,400. Now we have recorded the capital of all the 4 partners, total it and take it to the outer column. 0, 0, 4, 8, 12, 12 plus 6, 18 ka 8, 1 balance 6, 10, 18, 23, 3, 2 balance 3. So it is 3,38,400 rupees. After writing the capital account, let's pass on to the next item of the old balance sheet, and that is the creditors. See, in the old balance sheet, the creditors has appeared with rupees 1,68,000. So let's write down the next item here as creditors. The amount that is shown in the old balance sheet is rupees 1,68,000. Dear students, in the additional information, we have seen that a creditor of rupees 6,000 was not likely to claim that amount. Now, that amount has to be written off. Now, for that purpose, what we will do is, we will subtract rupees 6,000 from rupees 1,68,000. So, what is the amount left? The amount left will be rupees 1,62,000. Now, let's pass on to record the items on the asset side of the balance sheet. The very first item given in the old balance sheet is the bank account. So, write down here as the bank. Now, what is the amount given in the old balance sheet? It was rupees 34,000. Now, write 34,000 here. We have to add certain amount with it. You may be remembering that O, he brings rupees 30,000 as is a share of goodwill. So, that amount has to be added here, and one more amount was brought in by O was his capital. The capital which he brought was rupees 56,400. So, that amount has also to be added here, and now we will total this figure 40612. So, it is rupees 1,20,000. So, it means that in the bank account there is now at present rupees 1,20,400. Now, let us pass on to the next item of the old balance sheet, and that is the debtor. Debtor shown in the old balance sheet was of rupees 46,000. That amount has to be recorded here, and we will write here as debtors 46,000. Now, let us pass on to the next item, and it is stock. Stock, it is rupees 2,20,000. So, write down the same figure as because there were no adjustment relating to the stock. The next item was investment. The old value of the investment given in the balance sheet is rupees 60,000, and the new value which is shown in the additional information was the market value of the investment was rupees 36,000. So, this is the new value that has to be recorded here, and we will write here as investment. It's rupees 36,000. Now, let us pass on to the next item given in the old balance sheet. It is furniture, and no information relating to the furniture was given in the old in the additional information. So, we will write down the same figure, write down here as furniture, and the amount will be rupees 20,000. Let us pass on to the next item, that is machinery. The value of the machinery given in the old balance sheet is rupees 70,000, and in the additional information, see point number 4, machinery will be reduced to rupees 58,000. So, it means that the new value of the machinery given in the additional information is rupees 58,000, that we will have to record here. So, write down here as machinery account, and the amount will be rupees 58,000. Now, we have recorded every item in the balance sheet. Nothing has to be recorded more. Now, what we will do is, we will total both the sides. Let's total this side first. It is 400. It is 0, 2, 7, 9, 12, 14, 18, 20, 0, 2 balance, 4, 5. It is 5 lakh 400. Now let's total of the liability side. 400, 0, 0. It is also 5 lakh 400. So this is the way in which we will prepare the balance sheet. If you want, you can take a screenshot of it. So dear students, we have seen the numerical question based on the capital adjustment. Now on the next day we will see another numerical question. Till then, goodbye.